I am honored to have been chosen to be the voice of many here at the Humphrey School. Thank you. I came to the Humphrey School not knowing what to expect. Coming from the Bronx, a vibrant and diverse borough in New York City, to Minnesota, I must admit I was a little shocked, culture shocked. Navigating the infamous Minnesota Nice has made for a unique experience. However, over time, I've been able to build a home away from home, here in Minneapolis and at the Humphrey. The Humphrey School is filled with students who have gone out of their way to support each other. Be it in preparation for midterms and finals, shout out to everyone who survived regression, to creating safe spaces to be in conversation about issues like gun violence and the Me Too movement. Many of the students, faculty, and staff here will leave me feeling hopeful about the future we can envision together. My time here at the Humphrey was filled with deep conversations about issues of equity for various marginalized groups. Laura mentioned that I wrote an article about the intersection of arts and policy. There I stated that I'm a firm believer in magic. For me, the definition of magic is our ability to hold space for love, laughter, and community despite all the reasons one may have to disengage. In those spaces, real change happens. And in this day and age, there are far too many reasons to disengage with the world around us. We are tired. The outcome of the presidential election tired us. The hundreds of deaths, murders at the hands of guns, mostly obtained legally, tired us. People who we thought were our ally in the struggle for human decency, Kanye, tired us. And yet, we have persisted. If that isn't magical, I don't know what is. I'm here today speaking with you all because my Black girl magic is real. And I want to urge everyone in this room to believe in magic. Believe in your magic, your ability to make change. It is our belief in our own excellence that will lead to long-lasting change. I'd be remiss if I did not take this time to reflect more specifically on the state of Minnesota that we will be entering as graduates of the Humphrey School of Public Affairs. The overall child poverty rate is 13%, but is 8% for whites compared to around 40% for American Indians and Blacks. The high school graduation rate is 83%, but the rate is significantly lower for American Indians at 52% than for whites at 87%. The median household income for Black families is around $30,000. For whites, it's around $66,000. The white unemployment rate is 3%. For Black people, it's almost 3 times that. We all came here to make a difference in the world around us. You now have new tools to make that difference. I want to caution everyone against complacency. Your silence is a maintenance of the status quo, a status quo that continues to oppress Black, brown, and Indigenous bodies. And yes, I'm speaking to my white peers, to faculty and staff, but I'm also speaking to anyone who bears witness to violence and chooses, for whatever reason, out of fear, profit, to do nothing. Again, believe in your magic. What you say and do matters. In closing, I want to take this time to honor those who were instrumental in my education and growth. First, I want to honor my family, my parents, my grandmother, my siblings. I have a lot. I am because they are. You have been there for me emotionally, spiritually, and financially. The work you do doesn't go unnoticed. I love you. Take the time to hug and appreciate your loved ones. Second, I want to take the time to thank the Humphrey Students of Color Association. Y'all gave me life. And you were there with me in the journey of navigating academia as a person of color. It isn't easy, but y'all made it worth it, and you kept me sane. I love you all. And shout out to all the people of color and Indigenous people in the world. Your voices matter, and I appreciate you all. Finally, I want to thank all the faculty and staff members who helped me get here. I wasn't the best or easiest student to get along with, so I appreciate the time you all spent fostering my growth. I want to give special thanks to the following: Joel Mixon for countless hours of counseling, Dr. Sam Myers, Fernando Berga, and Maria Hanratty for showing me that you can show up in academia unapologetically as yourself and be a force to be reckoned with. And lastly, to Laura Bloomberg for shattering glass ceilings. You are proof that women can have it all. To my fellow graduates, we made it. Give yourself a round of applause. Now get to work. Thank you.